Giles Thomas from MuscularElement.com here at the Olympia Expo on the Pro Town booth with Guy Cisternino. Guy, I almost didn't recognize you with a shorter beard.
Yeah, I got it trimmed up a little bit, a little upset about it. It'll be back in about 3 hours.
3 hours? Wow, that's some serious test levels.
You know, us bodybuilders always have higher test levels than the average Joe.
Okay, Guy, well, the 212, the Olympia lineup was missing someone this year. Why aren't you here?
You know, if people don't know what happened leading up to New York is they finally diagnosed it. It was called a phototoxic reaction. So I was sick and I was taking antibiotics, and like every other person that goes tanning in tanning beds, they really don't pay attention to the sign that says if you're taking these medications, don't tan. So what happens is you ingest the medication, and then what happens, it causes a phototoxic reaction, and you essentially burn from the inside out. So that's
really.
So yeah, it was 3rd-degree burns from pretty much my neck all the way down to my ankles.
Holy, no way! I didn't know that.
Yeah. So there's a lot of shit online, people saying, "Oh, it's drug related," or he was taking fucking DMP, or I have doctors, notes. It's people like to make their own assumptions and their own prognosis and diagnosis of what it is, but it was just a dumb luck of being sick and going tanning, and that's really what happened. It's plain and simple.
You started off the season very good, and then you kind of just faded quite fast. Was that obviously why?
Yes, exactly. Because I had the marks on me earlier on throughout the year, but it's because I got sick. I would travel so much, between Australia, Brazil. I'm constantly. People don't realize how much we travel. My travel schedule is hectic, but between being on antibiotics a couple times plus tanning, I was getting these weird like black and blues that looked like I didn't know what it was, and then I guess leading up to New York, that one time I went tanning right before the week of, that was it. It was lights out.
How did you feel? Did you feel good, okay, or did you feel bad?
It felt like somebody lit me on fire.
Really?
Yeah, it was horrible. So it was the worst pain in my life. I was in the hospital for 5 days, and I was on Dilaudid and morphine every 4 hours.
Okay, obviously now you did the 212 shows, but you also did some open shows.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did open in Brazil, which I got sick at Brazil, because as soon as I got off the plane, I brushed my teeth and rinsed my mouth out, and apparently they said don't drink the water in Brazil. I didn't, and I got sick. But in Australia, I thought it looked great. I cracked top 5, beat some bigger dudes, had a blast doing it. Yeah. So I'll definitely be stepping on stage again in the open class just for fun.
Open class?
Hey, it's fun, man. For me, it's not stressful because it's a win-win, because you got to look at it from a 212 perspective. If I go there and get my ass kicked, everybody expects it. Yeah. If I go there and beat a couple guys, it's a win for me because I'm beating guys that are 10 times my size. So
nothing to lose.
Hey, fuck it, why not?
So do you actually struggle to make it down to 212? Are you one of the guys that at your best weight sits around, the limit, 212 limit?
No. Everybody says, oh, I got to suffer to make weight. They don't realize we weigh in at 6, 7 o'clock at night. Everybody that weighs in usually has a fucking sweatsuit on or a tracksuit. So no, I'm like normally between 205 to 207. I don't suffer at all.
And you're only 3'2" as well.
2'3".
Okay, so let's talk about the Olympia, why we're all here. What did you think? Let's start with the 212.
Most improved and best I've ever seen, Jose Raymond.
Yes.
That's honestly just my critique. Flex has got a gorgeous physique, but Jose definitely fucking brought it. Ashkenani's is just, he's got so much muscle on him, it's insane. But I hate talking about friends because I'm friends with Ahmad. Flex is one of my best friends. Jose is one of my best friends. Ahmad, just his legs, they're there, but they're not separate. It's very weird.
I couldn't put my finger on it this year.
No, it's his leg. Like, he's got an upper body of an open competitor. His back is that wide, but his legs don't match his upper body. So I mean, the battle to me was Flex and Jose, not Flex and Ashkenani like everybody thought.
I think it was a Flex and Jose show.
Yeah, I do too. I thought David looked great. They took him from, he was like, a couple spots in, and before they even hit a shot, they took David and they moved him right out.
He looked flat.
Yeah, but he was flat but peeled. He wasn't watery, and it was harder than a couple of other guys on stage.
Not as good as last year?
He was a little flatter, but I still would have had him in third.
Third, okay.
Third or fourth, yeah.
Okay, so what about the Open?
What a clusterfuck of a show that was. It was. It was. I went to the show, and in my head, I was thinking this was going to be one of the most anticipated Olympias because Phil was knocking on number 7, and Ramy, from the pictures that Ramy sent me, looked incredible. Sean was looking like a freak. So I was thinking it was going to be a battle between first, second, and third, Ramy, Sean, and Phil. Yeah. And I mean, Bonac was one of the best conditioned guys. I think Bonac had the best complete package of symmetry, shape, conditioning, aesthetics, roundness, fullness. Phil was good. Last year, his midsection improved. It got better. This year, it looked like, people want to say extended, but it could have been he had too much food, but his stomach was a little worse. With the hernia, I think makes everybody's eyes draw to his stomach.
It's distracting. It's
distracting, but you can't take away from how gorgeous his physique is either. So, and Ramy's just big, but I think Ramy as he posed, he didn't get better, he got flatter.
Oh, really? I thought he got better.
No, I thought Bonac got better. So I think second's going to be a toss-up between Bonac and Ramy. And I love Ramy, and I love Bonac. Yeah, you know what happens when you compete and you're friends with these guys, it's hard to give honest criticism because you want them all to fucking win, but they all can't win.
Just be friends with all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
You're unbiased.
Yeah, so you're all Olympians, how's that? But no, I think it's going to be a toss. Phil, I think, has it in the bag.
Okay.
You know, Sean was he was good. I just think I don't know what happened because at 5 o'clock he looked great.
Really?
Before he went on stage at 2:30, he was inside out, bone dry. I don't know what happened.
Sean Roden?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know what happened prior, but he was holding. He had a film on him, but I still don't think he should have been placed where he was placed.
Maybe
Dude, you can't. Everybody goes, oh, Sean's. So many guys have that distension. You can't.
It was bad.
Yeah, but a lot of guys were bad that were up there.
But he was walking on stage with it hanging out. That's the first impression gone.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. I don't know if it's, something with how much food he eats. Because some guys have a gut where it sticks out and it's just round. When he's full, he still has a full six-pack with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's not just that round bubble gut.
Here's a theory. Do you think now that Ramy's on the case, they're all trying to chase the size that Ramy's...
100%. 100%.
Trying to play his game?
Yep, 100%. Everybody is not comparing herself to Phil, they're comparing herself to Ramy because I think everybody thinks Ramy's going to be the next, so let's play the size game.
Like Jay did with Ronnie when Ronnie, they were going up against each other, he thought he had to play his game.
Well, remember, I don't know what Olympia was, maybe it was 2011 when Jay was off in the morning and then lost like 11 pounds for the night show. So I think everybody that plays the size game finally learns, I fucked up. I got to go back to what? You can't play somebody else's game. You got to play your game. And that's it. My game. I'll never be, even in 212, I'm never going to be the mass monster. I'm going to be I'm always going to have a condition. I'm not going to play Jose's game because I'll lose every time. You got to play the cards you're dealt, man.
One last question. Who do you think's moving up at the Olympia this year? Any new guys moving up significantly?
I wish I could say yeah, but nobody fucking caught my eye.
Okay.
What about you? I want to know.
I thought Nathan DeAsher looked very good. And I think Brandon Curry's going to be top 6.
I thought Brandon and Nathan looked good. For them to be good in my eyes, their legs need to come up and separation needs to come up.
They need time.
Exactly. But it's going to be a very interesting night show, that I can say.
Okay, Guy. Well, always a pleasure, mate.
Always a pleasure, guys.
Always a pleasure, never a chore. Okay, with Guy Cisternino at the Olympia Expo, I'm Giles Thomas from muscular.com.